The first thing that struck me about The Stonekeeper, the first book in the Amulet series, was that it shares almost exactly the same setup as Joe Hill's Lock and Key. After a family tragedy, two kids, Emily and Navin, move to an old house with their mother, where they discover magic, danger, and a host of secrets tied up in their family's history.
The similarities end there, though, considering how this is a book aimed at younger readers.
Yeah, Lock and Key, not so much.
No, not really. Now, the first day that you move into a new home, you generally unpack a few things, have a bit of a nosy about, and then get to bed early. But on Emily's first day in her new house, she discovers a magical amulet, her mother gets kidnapped by a horrible monster in the basement, and she stumbles upon a doorway that leads to a whole different world.
It is then, of course, up to Emily, her brother, and her new magical accessory to rescue their mother and find a way home. They are assisted by some robots, one of which looks like a stuffed bunny for some reason, and hindered by monsters, giant tentacles, and an evil elf.
So as you can see, there are some dark and creepy elements to this story that keeps it interesting and gives a genuine menace to the book. There are also some really great moments in the artwork, especially when it comes to the monsters or when Emily starts using the powers of the amulet.
I've got to say though, my main beef with this book was to do with the artwork. I mean, although I agree that the monsters look great, especially when that slime beast attacks the first time in the basement.
That's scary.
Super creepy. But I was less impressed by the faces of the main characters. In comparison to the lush world around them, Emily and Navin's faces are almost interchangeable and oddly blank. Their mother would have exactly the same face if her head wasn't shaped like a giant tic-tac.
It's possible that creator Kazu Kibuishi was underlining the fact that they don't belong in this world by making them look so different. But I agree that making them just look a little less interesting than the world around them may not have been the best way to go. My biggest issue was actually with the story itself. It seemed a little chaotic, and I feel like it needed a stronger story structure, just a little bit tighter. Needless to say though, this does have a good momentum and it will carry the reader through. I'm gonna give this one a borrow.
Fair enough. Well look, my misgivings about character faces aside, I did find the story more and more compelling the further I got in, and I think there's plenty there that will enthrall a younger reader.
Yeah.
I also really like the fact that the main protagonist is female.
Always good to see.
That is, isn't it? So I'm going to give this one a buy.